It's a lot better than all you sickos who like to go to the Chinese takeout restaurants and get the brown fried rice.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna lie, it still tastes good, but it's not as good as this.
Let me cook.
Welcome back to another episode of Fake Food Show Cooks. Today's recipe video is another one of Chinese Grandpa's classics, golden egg fried rice. Now, he made this in a shorts video, very popular. Basically, it's when he massaged the oil and the eggs into the rice so it seeps in. He doesn't just cook it, he massages. He does that deep tissue massage, you know? He gets deep in there.
Hey, oh.
So what's the Chinese name for this, Gung Gung?
This kind of fried rice in Chinese restaurant, they call Yang Jiao Chao Fan. They don't do the way I cook it, and with the egg and the oil, make the rice loosen up, and they stick it, ultimately they stick it with the oil and the egg.
Yeah.
So when you fry it in that moment, the egg and the oil is gonna make the rice a lot more tasty. You know what I'm called?
What?
My ace golden fried rice.
Ace golden fried rice. Shout out to One Piece, you know? Ace. What separates this from the average Yang Chow Chow Fan? The average one is just because of the preparation you put into it.
The preparation, yes. Because, maybe they look from outside and the people say, oh, that's the same as the restaurant, the Yang Chow fried rice.
Yeah, it looks the same.
But the preparation, they don't do the way like us do it. That is the way we do it in Hong Kong.
People in the restaurants now, they don't got time to massage every time.
Well, the restaurant I was a cook in, that called King Wa restaurant in Hong Kong. But every night we do 200 tables.
And you still have time to massage?
Oh, yeah.
You did a lot of massaging. You should have came to America and became a masseuse. Now we have a lot of specialty recipes that we can add to a cookbook or to show you guys at home on the Fake Food Show recipe videos.
I picked the things that more simple but a good one and more easy for the people cooking at their home.
Now let us teach you how to make Chinese Grandpa's ace golden fried rice with B-roll and voiceover by yours truly.
Let me cook.
Today we're making my favorite fried rice in the whole world. Chinese Grandpa's famous golden fried rice. And by we, I mean I narrate with a deep ass voice, talking all shit. Okay, no. Alright, no deep voice. Grandpa as the chef and my dad as the sous chef. First things first, for the best results, you're gonna need a wok, but it can be done without. Now what you're gonna do is cook 2 cups of rice the night before making the fried rice. Fried rice is always better with day-old rice, so make some the day before if you can. It can be any type of rice you want, but we use long grain white rice. Next, we need to prep the ingredients. And for reference, I'll put all the ingredients needed in the description box. Now get around a 1/3 cup of peas, a 1/3 cup of mini shrimp. If yours are frozen like ours, take it out and thaw. Next, we're gonna cut up 2 sticks of green onions. Then peel an onion, cut a 1/3 of it, and chop it into these little cubes. It can be any onion you want, purple, yellow, white, we don't discriminate. We used white because it's what we had, but my dad and grandpa both say you're supposed to use the yellow onions. An onion's an onion, the sky is blue, you're gonna cry when watching Finding Nemo, these are all facts. Then use a 1/3 cup of ham. We had Canadian bacon, so we used that. Like we said earlier, use whatever ingredients you have. You don't have to go out of your way to get the exact thing you saw someone else do. Same thing goes for the amount and quantity used. In at-home Chinese cooking, my dad and grandpa really don't use exact measurements. It's all about tasting as you go. But we're doing exact measurements today just for you guys. We also add more meat because our family isn't afraid of gout, even though it hurts like crazy and it runs in the family. Pray for me. So you can use Chinese sausage, but we got char siu from a local takeout spot. They're probably gonna call it boneless spare ribs. And I'm talking, they have this at any Chinese takeout spot. Cut up around 5 to 6 pieces. You don't really need that much. I mean, if you really like it, you can always cut up more, feel free. Next, get your rice, and this is where everything changes. Pour out some oil for the dead homies. We use canola oil. Grandpa doesn't do exact measurements like I said, but I'd say this is around 3 tablespoons. You're gonna use your hands and scoop the oil out, rub it on your hands like you're an evil villain, and massage it into the rice. Talking deep tissue, Thai, Swedish, whichever technique you prefer. Just no happy ending, you sickos. Now you're gonna repeat a few times. Grandpa says until the rice doesn't stick together. Then crack 3 eggs and whisk. Use the eggs like you did with the oil, massage it into the rice and get it nice and golden. You're gonna save the remainder of the eggs for later. By the way, if I need to tell you guys to wash your hands before this, then I don't know what to say.
Benny.
As we said earlier, now's your time to use the wok. We have a wok that my dad likes to use outside, propane tank, stove. I know, super Asian, but it makes the neighborhood smell great. We have yet to receive a complaint from the neighbors, and if they did, they're miserable human beings. Next, you're gonna wanna turn on the stove, let it heat up for a bit until you see smoke coming off the wok. Then you add some canola oil to the wok till it covers the wok like so. Take a shot every time I say wok. Add your eggs, and since eggs cook fast and because the heat is very high, you're only gonna leave it in there for 20 seconds or so before taking it out. Then add a tablespoon of more oil. Add all the ingredients you prepped. Onions, some of the green onions, not all, some of them. Peas, shrimp, char siu, ham. Shove it up for about 20 seconds before taking them out to set aside like the eggs. Add your rice to the wok, and you can copy Grandpa's technique and toss the rice around. If it were his younger years, you know, he'd be doing his thing where he flips it in the air, but as the kids say, he's washed right now. Add all the ingredients you already cooked, followed by the eggs you already cooked. Really now you don't have to cook for long, just make sure everything is mixed in, make sure that the rice looks dry as well. You don't want wet looking fried rice. Now is when my dad says add flavor to taste. Taste your rice. If it's to your liking, you're all set. But if you want it more salty, add in a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of salt, tablespoon or so of soy sauce, mix it up and taste again, and repeat if necessary. Remember, you can always add more salt, but if you add too much, you can't take it out. Turn your wok off and add the remaining green onions if you save some and mix some more. Plate it and voila! My Chinese grandpa's golden fried rice. Bone apple teeth. All right, Gung Gung. So we showed the people how to make the fried rice, the golden egg fried rice. Let's try it.
Look at that egg, so nice.
Beautiful. And I know we've covered this before. It's a lot better than all you sickos who like to go to the Chinese takeout restaurants and get the brown fried rice.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna lie, it still tastes good, but it's not as good as this, you know? To cook the fried rice, you need a wok.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't need a wok. Anything, the frying pan's okay too.
Yeah, okay, but
Yeah.
to get the optimal taste of a fried rice, especially Chinese Grandpa's Ace Golden Fried Rice trademark, by the way, we're about to work on that trademark. You can buy a wok at a Chinese supermarket, or you can buy a wok on Amazon, you know? It might not be good, but a wok's a wok, and you keep cooking with it to get the wok flavor eventually. Hopefully, you guys learned how to make this fried rice at home. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna watch it once, you gotta watch it twice, maybe 3 times to get it down pat, and you gotta just learn by trial and error, right, Gung Gung? To learn how to do it, you gotta do it over and over and over again and possibly fail. It might taste like the first time, it might taste like the second time, but if it tastes like the third time, maybe you should give up cooking.
You can cook.
That was in Ratatouille. Teaching you guys at home how to cook classic Chinese dishes at home from Chinese grandpas and my dad's recipe from their vaults. I've held off so long of making cooking and recipe videos because I don't want the world to know our family recipes, but I'm like, you know what? I think it's important for everyone to know the culture and to move the culture forward and pass traditions on. That's why we're doing it. Hopefully you guys learned. Until next time, Chinese grandpa, Chinese grandson, fake food show. We out. Peace. Remember to watch the other videos and playlists up there and down there. Until next time.
Bye-bye.